As I was reading the article on the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster, I actually learned quite a bit. I don't remember it happening. I was very little, but gosh, the idea that an O ring was what caused the shuttle to have issues and malfunction is really sad. And then the thought that it could have been handled different is even more sad. So NASA was made aware of the faulty O-rings at a certain temperature, and they just decided to push forward with the launch, knowing that it was a possibility because the temperature of the launch was going to be so cold. So I think NASA should have listened to the engineers and postponed the launch. I think the space program was kind of it was like a race back then. I don't totally know, but so I could see the urgency to get in the air and, or, in the atmosphere and figure that out, but at what cost? So, I, I think Roger, what was his name? Roger Bajoli? I don't know how to say it. I think he was put in a tough spot because he knew it was faulty, but he and fellow engineers, talked about it, and then NASA decided not to listen. So that would be really, really hard. I guess what he could have done differently maybe was to reach out to NASA himself, I guess, and say, hey, this isn't right. It's not going to work. We shouldn't launch. Um, Gosh, that's such a tough situation, though, because he probably didn't have any other options for his job, and he would have lost his job if he had blown the whistle, if you will. Um, I don't know. It's kind of like, well, what do you do? Hopefully it works, and it didn't. So anyway, tough situation. I think in the future, if I were in an engineer professional, the responsibilities are to your consumer, right? To the customer, to the safety and protection. You want to make sure you're um, selling or providing quality product, and you don't want to have a situation like the Challenger that could have been avoided if they had listened and waited until the temperature was a little higher. So, such a tragic situation. And I think he did the best he could. I mean, they really tried to get them to not do the launch, but they went ahead with it anyway. So I don't know, at some point you go, well, your hands are tied. There's nothing you can do. Just makes you want to think about how you would handle the situation and ethically what you would do. So, anyway.